Yeah, Ghana from I go by the name of Boy CJ, number 1 music promo.
1 2 1 2 I'm here. The name is still Likee Sabapa Kumasi 1.
Yo, it's your boy, Kwame Korkor. I say, no, me,
Very true research.
It's all about daily update TV. Daily update TV. I want a American. I want a Minya update. I want a monkey. Sementinasia. Daily update TV and I subscribe it. Post write it. Namun write it. President to graduate. See you just because he is graduate.
You watching Daily Update TV. Yo, subscribe, share, and watch. Dafa, Amasi, Limo, Fwa, Mekatebo, Piao.
Lessons 2023 and beyond. A Daily Update TV. Channel subscribe now 2023 and beyond. TV. Siana Mufi, Nami Real. Daily Update TV.
And many daily updates. What you see, Daily Update TV. So,
the budget TV I share, YouTube I have a daily update. Share on this site of Ghana. So boy,
maybe she thought that she was just running her beautiful animator for a book cover, but she never anticipated that some of us and many other brains will look at the image and will be able to interpret that in consonance with the title of the book. Maybe we're gonna watch it. And I actually do not want to bore you with my long lecture. But let me speak to you directly. You see, anytime people begin to hate you, you are on a high rate.
I love you all.
Listen, if I am speaking to you this time. If you think I hate you, if you think I dislike you, if you think any manager or any person in your family, in your church, at your workplace, or wherever, anytime that comes to mind, that somebody do not like me, that is when you need to have that in your mind, that you are being glorified by nature and actually supremed that by God.
I love you all.
You see, do not allow anybody with a little ache to come to spoil your good head. Because analyzing the human anatomy, there's always waste. And people do not do anything, they bring the waste inside of them out. And because they are looking for a place to deposit their waste, they always want to look for somebody who is above them. That is why I keep telling you, if you are particularly, that anytime you become the topic, you are at the top. She never actually want to depict something between her and the mother. She clandestinely, wisely, opened the wound between her and the mother. Because the few lines that I read from the forward and other pages indicated that Yvonne needed to know her father. Listen, let me tell you today, every man under the sun needs a mother, and every woman under the sun needs a father. We men, we need a mother, and women need a father. How painful would it be that all my life I thought that Mr. Niyama Papa. So I wrote everything, did everything, moved on, sang, played, worked hard, fed, and all, that Niyama is my father. Only to be told by reality, not from my parents, not from anybody in my family, that Niyama is not your dad. A stranger coming from nowhere open that wound to you. Do you know how that painful is? I can relate to something. You see, I had a lot of people castigating, maligning Yvonne that somebody impregnated her. And what? The person deserted his responsibility. And yesterday on Twitter, I was reading about what people were saying about that person and what people were saying about Yvonne. Let me tell you, either that is correct or not. Let me tell you this. If that is true, I don't know, but I can relate to the pain in that beautiful lady's heart. Can you actually quantify the pain also in the person that she mentioned her name? His name, sorry. That at that material moment, if what is in that book is correct, that I was lurking in the kitchen of my mother, so I could not actually have the courage to say that, yes, I am responsible and I need that child. Correct or otherwise, that pregnancy was terminated. All right. Hold on, GH. How long is that? Or how long was that? Maybe that particular, either a boy or a girl, a lady or a gentleman, maybe it would have been around 15, 16 or less, or 13, a teenager. There are several teenagers in China who actually helped in the production of mobile phones. Do you know what, GH Boko, do you know what that child would have brought to this country? And you are aware, the youngest person who attended in Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology was 13 years. So that child may have enrolled to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. And can you guess what subject or what course that child would have read? It could have been engineering. It could have been anything that would have brought something profitable to this dying nation. Yes, I am one of them. Yesterday, I was enumerating and illustrating people, ladies or gents, who have refused other people because of that time, their present condition. But the reality is that all of us, we have pain inside of us that somebody did not marry us.
I love you all.
Yes, all of us. We have pain in our hearts that somebody we loved so much rejected us. Let me tell you, there are pastors who still look up to a certain lady he had wanted to marry. There's a prophetess in your church who is still harboring that pain of Evans not marrying her. So she's always prophesying incompletely. I'm telling you. Listen, let's not look at the pain of people and make a gain out of it. But we should relate to the pain of people, either written or spoken, so we can comfort them. We are quick to judge people. And I hear people say that, call her mother. You are calling her mother for Winnie or Wasi. You see, The lady is saying that the name Nelson is not my name. I've worn that name. I've worn that name all my life. But at the end of the day, that is not the real me. So what is her real self? You are not helping her to re-identify, to rediscover the real her. But you are looking for a different identity of mockery for her. You are a failure.
There will be a brighter day.
Adan Abayana was sitting on say Abena Kokono. The day I met her here, I think it was about 3 days last week, right? It was Thursday and Friday or something. Bisano, I hugged her for a very long time. Let her write, I am not Abena Koko. And then maybe you would understand her. Where people are going through emotional torture. You got no idea. Both men and women. But yeah, men, mano, we majority of the time keep our pain and wait for some time before we release our anger and take away whatever is a hindrance so we can foster ahead.